तं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षीभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिनी व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। 150 बद्धमुक्तो महीपालः ग्राममात्रेण तुष्यति परैर्न बद्धो नाक्रान्तः न राष्ट्रं बहुमन्यते। A jnani who has got the nishtha or abidance in the knowledge is content with little bhoga as per prarabdha, whatever for the sake of sustenance of the body, etc. Whatever little bhoga is required, he is content with that, and therefore these bhoga or ichha for that doesn't find him at all. So this effect, an illustration is given. Take Anvaya, first line as it is. Baddhamuktaha mahipalaha ramamatreena tushyati paraihi na baddhaha na akrantaha rashtam bahu na manyati. Rashtam bahu na manyati. Baddhamuktaha mahipala. Mahipala is a king. What type of king is? Baddhacha muktahacha. Baddhaha means in some yuddha, in some war, he was conquered and he was taken as he was held as a captive. He was imprisoned. That is, Baddhacha muktahacha yuddhe parajitaha. In yuddha, in some battle, he was overpowered, he was held as a captive, imprisoned. Afterwards, the enemy king took pity on him. What's the point in unnecessarily making him suffer? So he released him. And just for his survival, he gave him one gram, one village. Grama matrena tushyati. He gave him only one village. He took his all kingdom, but he gave him one village. Is this king happy or not? Happy? How? He has lost his kingdom. But his life is saved and he is released. He is not in the prison. That much independence is given to him as far as the small village is concerned. He can live by himself. So he is happy. Rama matrena tushyati. He is content with only one village. On the contrary now, other person. Paraihi na baddhaha na akrantaha. Another king is that who had never any battle with anyone, so there will be no enemies at all, and not imprisoned by anyone. Na baddha, not held as captive, not imprisoned. Na akrantaha, not attacked in battle. Such a person, rashtram bahu na manyate. His own kingdom is considered as what? Not adequate. So he wants to expand it. That's different. That person is content with even a village as such, even though he has lost his kingdom. This person is not content with a vast kingdom. So that is in the same manner, this jnani who has got nitta, as for prarabdha bhoga, whatever that vishayas come to him, he is content with that, he doesn't need any further. Now here, one doubt is possible. In stanza 143, it was told, if desire crop up in the mind of a jnani on account of prarabdha karma, if desires crop up in the mind of the jnani on account of prarabdha karma, what does it mean? Desires do surface in the mind of a jnani. How is it possible? With a jnani, one who knows Atma Sarupa, one who has got Atma Anatma Viveka. Atma Anatma Viveka, one who has got, one who knows Atma Sarupa. Therefore, Viveka Vairagya is there or not? Without Viveka Vairagya, it is next to impossible for this person to gain the Atma Jnana. The very fact that he has got the Atma Jnana presupposes the Viveka Vairagya. In the mind of such a person who has got Vairagya and the knowledge also is gained, and having got the knowledge, he should not have any value for the object, being and events of the world. Vikayas, sense object, should not hold any fascination to this jnani because the Atma Sarupa, which is very Ananda Sarupa, he has directly cognized. So therefore, no desire should be formed in the mind of this jnani. Okay? When on account of prarabdha, desires are formed in the jnani, is it not an incongruous statement? Is it not wrong to say so? Because as per the person who doubts, jnani should not have any desire for which the answer is given. There are desires of such nature for this purpose. How many types of desires are there according to prarabdha karma? According to prarabdha karma, whether in the case of a jnani or in the case of an ajnani, irrespective of the person, whether he is a jnani or ajnani, three types of desires are born. Therefore, the inquiry into these three types of desires. Trividesha Vicharaha, 151 to 162. Discussion about the three types of desire is not being conducted. First, the doubt Purvapaksha is raised. 151 stanza is Nanu, the Purvapaksha, a doubt that is raised. Viveke Jagrati Sati Dosha Darshana Lakshani Kathamarabdha Karmapi Bhogechham Janayishati Dosha Darshana Lakshani Viveke Jagrati Sati Arabdha Karma Api Bhogechham Katham Janayishati Arabdha Karma Api Bhogechham Katham Janayishati. This, even though this is the case, what is it? This person who has got Viveka, Jnani, who has got Viveka, what is that? What type of Viveka it is? Dosha Darshana Lakshani Viveke Jagrati Sati. Viveke Jagrati Sati means when this Viveka is born. Jagrati Sati means awakeness is born. When this Viveka is born. Discrimination is born. What type of Viveka it is? Dosha Darshana Lakshani. Viveka characterized by Dosha Darshana. Dosha Darshana, what is Dosha means? Seeing the defective nature. Defective nature of what? Then the Viveka, the discrimination wherein the defective nature of Vishayas, the sense object, that is, the sense object, characterized by the defective nature of sense object, that Viveka is born. That is Arabdha Karma Api. Even though this person who is a Jnani and who is living a life as per the Prarabdha Karma, even though it is a case, the Arabdha Karma Api, even though he is living a life of Prarabdha Karma. Come on, tell me, who is the person who doesn't live the life of Prarabdha Karma? Jnani or Ajnani, is it not true? Both live in accordance with the Prarabdha Karma. And what is the distinction between Jnani and Ajnani when both are living in accordance with the Prarabdha Karma? What is the distinction? What is the difference between these two? Jnani, no doubt, lives by Prarabdha Karma. Ajnani also lives by Prarabdha Karma. But Jnani doesn't have Purushartha. Ajnani has got Karma, Artha, Kama. He has no value. Moksha he has already gained. Whereas Ajnani, Karma, Artha, Kama, Moksha he is coming up. Both are living with what they face in life is in accordance with their Prarabdha Karma, no doubt. But one Jnani doesn't have the Purushartha, whereas this person, Ajnani, has got the Purushartha. This is the distinction. So therefore, maybe Jnani has no Purushartha and he is living in accordance with the Prarabdha Karma. Self-efforts are not there. But because he is Jnani, by virtue of being a Jnani, he should have necessarily got the Viveka characterized by Dosha Darshana. Is it not? In that case, this Viveka, when it is there, Katham Bhogesham Katham Janayishati. How is it ever possible to generate the desire for Bhoga? How is it ever possible? This is the doubt. For that, now it is said, desire as per Prarabdha Karma are of three categories. Let us see what are they. Naisha dosho yato nika vidham prarabdhamikate ichha nichha parecha prarabdham trividham smrutam yataha anekavidham prarabdham ikshate. And ataha na eshaha doshaha or eshaha doshaha na eshaha doshaha ichha anisha paresha and iti cha trividham prarabdham ichha anisha paresha and iti cha trividham prarabdham yataha anekavidham prarabdham. Different types of prarabdha karma is seen. Different types of prarabdha means what? Prarabdha karma giving rise to different types of desires is being seen. And that's na eshaha. In the case of a jnani, if on account of prarabdha karma, desires are born, it is not a defect in the sense you can't ask. He has got viveka, and yet how the desires are born, you can't ask, because it is possible by prarabdha. Because three types of desires are born on account of prarabdha. What are they? Ishta. Ishta means Sveta. One soul. Not simply desire, desire means prarabdha which gives rise to a desire on one's own. That is one type of desire. Anisha means prarabdha karma which gives rise to desire. Anisha means person actually doesn't want it. Still somehow he gets forced as it were to have the desire. Earlier, volitionally, willingly, the person has got desire on his own. Second case, person doesn't have desire on his own as such, but because of something which, what happens? It trusts the desire in the case of the intruder. That is, naisha. Naisha means, truly speaking, swecha is not on one's own. The person doesn't have the desire, but is goaded, forced to have the desire. Not from externally, inside only. Not from external factor. Third one is parecha. Someone else's desire, because of it, he is not able to get rid of it. Means he is not able to refuse it. Some cause is there, some reason is there. It is not his desire. It is the desire of someone else, but gets reflected on him, and because of someone else, this person has to desire for it. That is called parecha. Like this, trividham smritam. Means there are three types of desire. That is, prarabdha gives rise to these three types of desire. Ichha, that is swecha, one's own desire. Second one is not desired actually, but somehow forced to have it. Third one is someone else's desire. What are those? Let us see now one by one. First, ichha prarabdha is explained from 153 to 157. What is the ichha prarabdha? That is the prarabdha giving rise to desire on one's own. Apatya sevina choraha rajadararata api jananta eva svanartham इच्छन्त्यारब्ध कर्मतः अपथ्य सेविनः चोराः राजदाररताः अपि आरब्ध कर्मतः स्वानर्थं जानन्तः एव इच्छन्ति स्वानर्थम जानन्तः एव इच्छन्ति. These people, three types of examples are given. Apatya sevinah, those people who eat the things forbidden by the or restricted by the doctor have got diabetes and should not eat. He eats worm. Does he not know the harm? The harm of eating the sweet, but what? In spite of that, cat psychology. Cat psychology. They say cat drinks the milk. You have to verify it. Nowadays it is not possible. They say cat while drinking the milk closes its eyes. Right? If the lady of the house knows, she will get the battery. And the cat thinks that if it closes the eyes, nobody comes to her. Nowadays it's not possible because they keep in the fridge. Olden days, the fridges were not there, refrigerators were not there, and they were being kept like that. So they had the way, you know what is that? Like a rope, this thing hanging. And but not all the time as well. That is the cat psychology. Because knows the harm, but still it drinks. Like that here. Apatya. He knows the harm on account of taking the forbidden diet. The fellow has got liver cirrhosis. Long back the doctor had told don't take liquor. And now The doctor also said, never mind. Because doctor knows the fellow is not going to survive now. And this person knows the harm that he high blood pressure. Salt is not a medication. Doctors don't tell much I think because if they say to the blood pressure patient, don't take salt, no patient will come to him. So they say, you don't, never mind, you eat salt, but take this additional tablet. Then they will stop. Same. Diabetic patient, tea without sugar, coffee without sugar is supplied in the hotels, etc. But a diabetic patient, food without salt. Nobody will go there afterwards. So they know the harm and yet take the now Choraha, thief. You know, you mean to say the thief doesn't know the law of the country? He is going to imprison. He knows yet what he indulged in the Choraha again. Rajadara Rataha. What Rajadara means? A person having illicit relation with the king. Only delay is that king should come to know. He is going to lose the head. And yet, all this is what says is people. Arabdha karmata. Arabdha karmata means Prarabdha karma prabalya. Because of that force of Arabdha, what they do? Svanartham jnanantaha in Svasya anartham svanartham. Harm to oneself. What harm is going to come to oneself? Or how calamitous this is? Knowing very well. Jnanantaha eva. What they do? They itchanti. They take to such desire. This is what Svesha Prarabdha. The Prarabdha giving rise to such desire in spite of knowing the harm at the back. Now one may say, that is fine, there are people who are apatya sevinaha, there are people who are choraha, there are people who are rajadarata, maybe. But how do you say that their act is on account of prarabdha karma? They might have had desire. How do you correlate that prarabdha karma has given rise to such desire? Okay. So that is because that such a thing, in spite of knowing the harm thereof, taking to such desire means what? It is so powerful, no one, including Bhagavan, also can stop it. Even Ishvara, Bhagavan also cannot stop these people. So powerful is the prarabdha. Nachatraitadvaraitum Ishvarenapi shakyate Yata Ishvara evaha Gītāyām Arjunam prati Atra Tatra Ishvarena api etat varayitum na ca shakyate. Tatra api etat varayitum ca shakyate. Yataha Gītāyām Arjunam prati Ishvaraha eva idam, add there idam aha. Aha is in the stanza, add idam. Yataha Gītāyām Arjunam prati Ishvaraha eva, add idam aha. Atra, atra means in this context of having such desire, they are so powerful on account of prarabdha karma. It says, Ishvarena api etat varayitum na shakyate. It is not possible to ward off such desires even for Ishvara. Means even Ishvara Bhagavan also is unable to ward off such desires. So it is not possible. How do you say so? After all, Ishvara Bhagavan is who? Sarva Shaktiman. How is it possible? None other than Lord Krishna himself has said about such desires. Yataha, yasma, because there is reason. What is that? Gitayam, in Bhagavad Gita, Arjunam prati, to Arjuna, Ishvaraha eva idam aha. None other than Ishvara means Bhagavan himself, Lord Krishna himself with the Ishvara avatar, he himself has said, so such things cannot be warded off at all. Where he has said, third chapter, 33rd stanza, Bhagavad Gita, third chapter, 33rd stanza. Sadrusham cheshate svasyaha प्रकृतेर्ज्ञानवानपि प्रकृतिं यान्ति भूतानि निग्रह किं करिष्यति ज्ञानवान् अपि एड् पुरुषः स्वस्याः प्रकृतेः सदृशं चेष्टति स्वस्याः प्रकृतेः सदृशं चेष्टति एड् तस्मात् भूतानि प्रकृतिं यान्ति भूतानि प्रकृतिं यान्ति निग्रहः किं करिष्यति निग्रहः किं करिष्यति ज्ञानवान् अपि पुरुषः. Leave aside the case of person who are avivek, who lack the vivek. Jnanavan api means viveki api. Even though Jnanavan here is not Jnani Atmajnana, viveki, one who has got discrimination, vivek of what is to be done, what is not to be done. According to Shastra, what is right, what is wrong, what is to be taken to, what is to be forbidden, all this vidinisheda, one who knows very well. ज्ञानवानपि पुरुषः स्वस्याः प्रकृतेः सदृशं चेष्टते. चेष्टते means he does, he acts according to sadrisham, in accordance with what? Sadrish swasyaha prakritehi, in accordance with one's own prakriti. Now here the question is, what is meant by this prakriti? The technical term. This prakriti means, in Vedanta what is prakriti? That creative power of Ishvara which is dependent on Brahma. One facet of it is called as the Maya Sakarshena Pratiyogyattva. That it has got the very good potential to create. That creative power is called Prakriti, or also at times called Maya. Or also at times called Maya. But this is not that. This Prakriti is in the case of each and every given individual, whatever samskaras one borns at the time of birth based on past karma. Everyone has got past karmas or not, sanchita karmas or not. From those sanchita karmas, the karma phalas which have fructified to give the present embodiment are called as the prarabdha karmas. Those prarabdha karmas, whatever samskara, latent impression that they give in the antakarna of the individual at the time of birth, that is called as prakriti. Means every individual when born is programmed. Software is already there. Which software? prarabdha karma software is already there. So that's why I say Bhashyakara defines this way. Purvakrita dharma dharmadi samskaraha vartamana janmadau abhivyaktaha. This is what is prakriti. Purvakrita Purvakrita dharmadi samskara. Samskara, impressions that are in the antakarna, based on what? Purvakrita, done earlier. What are those? Dharma and adharma. Dharma means punya, adharma is papa. Purvakrita dharmadi samskara. Adi for upasanas, good or bad upasanas. That one. Vartamana janmadau. At the adi, adav means at the beginning of Vartamana janma, the present birth. That is what is called abhivyaktaha. That which is manifest. That is what is called prakriti. So, that is prakritehe sadrisham. Swasyaha prakritehe sadrisham. In accordance with one's own prakriti, this samskara. What is it? Jnanavanapi cheshtati. Even a viveki person also takes to action. Therefore, tasmat bhutani prakritim yanti. Bhutani prakritim yanti. All living beings, prakritim yanti means prakritim anugachanti. They simply follow the prakriti, means they are programmed by the prakriti. They are not on their own unless specific efforts are put forth. If it is a human being, because Purushartha is involved, unless specific efforts are put forth on one's own, the person gets gravitated by what? Prakriti. So it will not go against the Prakriti. That's why Jnanavanapi says even Viveki means what to speak of Murkha, Aviveki. A Viveki who has got capacity to do otherwise also gets goaded by this. A Murkha Aviveki will certainly fall for it. Tasmat Bhutani, all living beings, Prakriti Miyanti, they simply follow the Prakriti, means they conduct themselves according to Prakriti. Nigraha kim karishyati. Nigraha, restraining, controlling, what is it going to do? How is it possible? Whether somebody else or me, Ishvara also restraining the person, how is it going to help? Of course, Lord Krishna doesn't mean that it is not possible. There is pointing out Ragadvesha. Ragadvesha are the one because of which he does it. So you have to attack at the level of the Ragadvesha. But left to oneself, the person is programmed unless he operates in terms of, that is, controlling the Raga Vesha. That being the case. So left to oneself, one has got this Prarabdha karma which gives rise to such Svecha in spite of knowing that it is not good for the person. Again, to this effect, that how powerful Prarabdha karma gives rise to such desires is cited with another quotation. Avashyam bhavi bhavanam pratikaro bhaved yadi tada dukkhairna lipperan nala rama yudhishthiraha yadi avashyam bhavi bhavanam pratikaraha bhavi. Yadi avashyam bhavi bhavanam pratikaraha bhavet tada nala rama yudhishthiraha dukkhaihi na lipperan. says, is a famous quotation. It also appears in Yoga Vasishta, etc. Yadi, in case, avashyam bhavi bhavana. Bhavi bhavana means the future sorrows that are going to take place inevitably. Sorrows that are bound to take place without fail. Avashyam bhavi, those which are inevitable. Bhavana means things in the sense dukkhadi, dukkha, etc., calamities and such things which are inevitable. If pratikaraha yadi bhavet, if there is a pratikara, means a remedy is there. If there were any remedies for those things which are bound to take place, if that were the case, tada, in that case, it says, Nalarama Yudhishthiraha Dukkhaihi Naliperan. These three, Nala, you know Nala? Nala Damayanti, you know? Nala, king. Rama, Lord Rama. Yudhishthira, Pandavas. Yudhishthira. These, now let me know, were these dharmic people or adharmic people? Keep aside Rama as avatar. As a human being, now Nala, the king, Rama and Yudhishthira, were they dharmic people or adharmic? People who never took to adharma. Do they know? Now, in their case, now let us see. Nala had to suffer. Do you know on account of what? Juta. King Nala, he knows that playing the game of dice is not good, and yet he played. Yudhishthira, again Juta. Rama, what happened? You know what is the case of Rama? Sita asked for golden deer. Okay, Sita may ask, but why did Rama run after this? Common sense says that what? Golden deers cannot be. And yet if a golden deer is there, and that also in Dandaka forest, and they know all the Rakshasas, etc. are there, Mayavis are there, and he himself has fought with Bharadbhushan, etc. Thousands of these there. And also he knows, and also whole day and night, who is that guard, do you know? Lakshmana. Rama and Sita were sleeping, which Lakshmana was keeping the guard day and night every day for 14 years. Think of it. He had that capacity. You may say, how can you survive, etc. He had that capacity. And some other reason also was there for that purpose. So why? You know, such people are around here. And when Sita requested, what did Rama do? He chased suppose had he not chased the golden deer, Ramayana would not have happened. Full stop. 14 years they finished and they would have gone it. There is no killing of Ravana. So now think of it. Of all the one Rama, forget the avatara, such a great person, dharmic person, and such a viveki, he chased it. What is it? You have to say, Ayyo, Ayyo prarabdha, you have to say. You say, oh, Rama can have prarabdha. Has Rama prarabdha karma? Huh? What? Rama having prarabdha karma? Actually not so. But in enacting it appears as though so. Why? Who is he? Avatara. An avatar cannot have prarabdha karma like Jiva. Jiva can have the prarabdha karma. Avatara can see. Prakritim swam adhisthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Not bhavami. Sambhavami. Avatara is what? Sambhavami. Samyak bhavami. All jivas are what? Bhavami bhavanti. Because they are product of prarabdha karma. Ishvara on one's own will for specific mission. So keeping the Maya Shakti, Prakriti under one's own control takes an embodiment which serves the purpose. In the case of Lord Rama also it was so. But he chose the role of an ideal man. And there he was living what? Behaving like an ideal person as though he was what? Goaded by prarabdha. In fact, you can say, do you know why? Why the Sita had to be abducted? If Sita was not kidnapped, Ravana cannot be. Ravana cannot be. Also, Adhyatma Ramana says, actually the kidnapped Sita is a fake Sita. It's only a counterfeit Sita who can dare to touch Lakshmi. Sita is who? Lakshmi Devi. Who can dare to touch? So, but even Lakshmana didn't know. So this is not in Valmiki Ramayana. This is in the Adhyatma Ramayana. In Adhyatma Ramayana said, before this drama started, Lord Rama told to whom? Sita. Now our drama is starting. So therefore what was done? Actual Sita was kept in safe custody with fire, in fire. And this was only a counterfeit that was created. Even Lakshmana doesn't know. Even Agni Pariksha, do you know what for it is? To recover the true Sita. That was that. So that is why the different facets that are available. So you can't say it is not told in the Valmiki Ramayana. The presentation of Valmiki Ramayana is different from presentation of Adhyatma Ramayana. I told once. Valmiki Ramayana is like the one, suppose a drama is there. A drama is there and let us say Ramayana drama only. And the audience, spectators are clapping. Rama acted very well. Way Rama acted very well. Because the way he acted was marvelous. But in the green room, other actors and director, etc., he is saying that what? Gopu acted very well. Mr. Gopu acted very well. Do you know why? The role played, Mr. Gopu played the role of who? Rama. Whereas the spectator doesn't know that the actor was who? Mr. Gopu. They only know the role. Rama acted. Of course, they know it is a drama, that much they know. So, not that they thought that they are in Treta Yuga and all that. So, that much no. So, therefore, Rama acted very well. Whereas in the green room they are saying what? Mr. Gopu acted very well. Who was playing the role of Rama? Like that. In Valmiki Ramayana, Lord Rama as an individual, what all he did, he said, Adhyatma Ramayana, Lord Rama is presented nothing short of Parabrahma Tattva. The Paramatma Tattva enacting the role of an ideal man. That is why you find in Adhyatma Ramayana, every episode is nothing but Adhyatma only. Including when Hanuman met Ravana first time, you know what he did? He gave a dose of Adhyatma Vidya only. Yes, that's what it is. You should read that. Adhyatma Ramayana you should read. It's not difficult at all. After exposure to Vedanta, it is not that much difficult because you have got some background as well. So he gives a dose, teaching of what? Atma Swarupa only. Why do you do all this nonsense? He is telling who Ravana. And again, you are not a Rakshasa, you are a Brahmana actually. Why do you do all this? What you have to say about Ravana? Ichha Prarabdha. You have to say in the case of Ravana what? Ichha Prarabdha. Anyway, in the case of Rama, does he not know that golden deer doesn't exist at all? And he ran after it. Maybe for some purpose that is fine. But for an onlooker, it is nothing but what? Ichha Prarabdha, because of the powerful Prarabdha. Say Nalarama Yudhishthiraha Dukkaihi. What is it? In stanza 154, it was told that even Ishvara cannot ward off the Svecha or Prar, that is Prabala Ichha born of Prabala Prarabdha. If Ishvara cannot ward off, is it not the incapacity of Ishvara? Who is Ishvara? Who is Bhagavan? Sarvajna or not? Not Sarvajna. Sarvajna, of course, Sarva Shaktiman. Our context is Sarva Shaktiman. Bhagavan, who is Sarva Shaktiman, if he is unable to ward off such Ichha Prarabdha, is he not a person? Can you call him any further Sarva Shaktiman? No. Why? He has got incapacity to ward off the Prabala Ichha born of Prarabdha. How is it so? He says, no, it is not so. Why? That provision is created by whom? Ishvara. You know, generally some mischievous fellows ask this question. See, you say Bhagavan is omnipotent. Who is omnipotent? One who has got all capacity. Now tell me, if this Sarva Shaktiman, omnipotent Bhagavan Ishvara, is he capable of going against his own creation or own law? Ubhayataha Rajjupashaha. Either way you give the answer, you are trapped there. How? If you say Bhagavan cannot go against the law, he is not omnipotent because he is unable to do something. And if you say Bhagavan goes against the law, he has created what? Means laws are something like our laws of government of India. Those laws have no value at all. Let us see. Not that Bhagavan doesn't have capacity, Bhagavan doesn't want to go against it. Because the laws are created by himself. In that case, I will tell some other answer, but let us see the answer here. The doubt is, if Bhagavan is not, Ishvara is not able to ward off the Ichha Prarabdha, then he is not Ishvara at all. Who is Ishvara? One who has got the overlordship. Nothing is impossible to him. That one alone can be the one who is the one who is that? The one who is Ishvara. So if that is the case, how do you say he is Ishvara? Answer is not being given. Nacheshvaratvam-ishasya hiyate tavatayataha avasyam bhavita pesham Ishvarenaiva nirmita yataha yesham avasyam bhavita api Ishvarena eva nirmita. Add tataha tavata ishasya ishvaratvam nacha hiyati. Tavata ishasya ishvaratvam nacha hiyati. Yataha yasmat, because of this reason. What is that reason? Say it like this. Esham avasyam bhavita. Esham, of these, what are those? Dukkhadinam. In accordance with the prarabdha karma, the sorrows, etc., which are inevitable. Why are they inevitable? On account of prarabdha karma. And that avasyam bhavita, inevitability. Avasyam bhavita, the inevitability of these, the dukkha, etc., that are taking place, or who has created them? Ishvarena eva nirmita. They are created by who? None other than by Ishvara himself. Therefore, tataha, tavata means only because these effects of prarabdha karma are inevitable, only tavata, that is, tavata means prarabdhasya anivaryatva matrena, only on account of inevitability of prarabdha karma, ईशस्य ईश्वरत्वं न च हीयते. ईशस्य ईश्वरत्व, ईश्वरस्य ईश्वरत्वं, the prabhutvam, the overlordship, न च हीयते means is not lost. Ishvara doesn't lose the overlordship only because he cannot ward off the prabala prarabdha result. Why? He has created, he has designed that way. A lawmaker will not go against the laws created by oneself. For example, let us. Our traffic rule is what? Keep left. Is it not? Or Indian. American is keep right. Keep left. Now let us say one IG, Inspector IGP, Inspector General of Police. Okay? He is going in his car and he has come to a traffic circle. Will he keep left or right? India, huh? Left or right? Will he say, why should I keep left? We are the people who have created the law. Let me keep right. Will he keep? No. Natural it is. So therefore, that being the case, Ishvara who has created the law will not go against that. So that being the case, he says here, so that is Ishvara, that is Ishvara's overlordship doesn't get violated or is not lost. In that case, which case? In that case, which case? Where other things, can he go against his creation, etc.? You know that Sarvajñatva, etc. What is that Sarvajñatva? Sarvajñatva, Sarvashaktimatva is the knowledge about the creation. Sarvasya jagataha shaktimatva. That means capacity to create entire jagat, capacity to know entire jagat. That can never be lost off. So that question is an untenable question. It is not possible. Om swasti prajabhya paripalayantam Nyayena bhagena mahi mahisha Brahmanebhya shubhamastu nityam Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu Kale vashyatu parjanya Prithvi tasya shalini Desho yamsho vajarita Brahmana santo nirbhaya Om sarve bhavantu sukhina Sarve santu niramaya Sarve bhadrani pashyantu Akasit dukkha bhave Asato ma sadgamaya Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya Mrityurma